What's up, guys? Good morning. Welcome to this installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs. And today, the day has finally come to put the rear shocks on the back of the Aztek. Finally. I actually ordered the shocks yesterday, and they're going to be here this afternoon. Again, I went the route of Rock Auto, rockauto.com. I was actually really happy with the front struts, the delivery time and stuff that it took for me to get them. I think it only took, what, 2 days maybe? Their warehouses that they're pulling the parts from seem to be pretty local to where I am, so I don't know if that's just a fluke or if that's just how it works. But yeah, so I figured I was going to have these maybe next week because today is Saturday. Yesterday was obviously Friday, and I thought maybe Monday at the latest I would probably, or earliest I would be getting them, but no, FedEx is delivering them this afternoon, so I'm really surprised. So that means we got to play the game of trying to get these ones off, and I'm going to assume that these are not going to be easy just because of the whole age aspect of my car here and rust and stuff. I don't see this being an easy task. I'll be surprised if it is easy, but I don't think it's going to be easy. But first, let's do a little test. Here is what good rear shocks should look like when they operate. Very little bounce, very firm. Car doesn't really go anywhere. Here's what it looks like when you have bad shocks. Very loose, very bouncy, not a good ride at all. Now granted, my Aztek is a GT model, which was equipped with the air ride suspension, so those shocks there, those are air shocks. They're not typical gas shocks. I am converting these to the standard gas shock setup, so that way we don't have to deal with all the airlines and stuff. But granted, you know, there's no air in them, so it's equivalent to there being, you know, poor gas shocks on the car, and it's basically just bouncing off of the springs. It is fairly easy though. There's a bolt here at the bottom, and there's one up here, and those are the ones that I'm going to be kind of worried about, especially the mounts. The rust on this, I can only hope that that looks stronger than it looks, because well, I think it is. I don't know. I mean, this poor car, it sat in a yard for like a long time before I bought it, and I think that's why everything is twice as rusty as it is. So the first thing we got to do is get the back off the ground. I'm just gonna put my jack here on the axle in the middle. I have like a piece of wood. We're gonna break it off, and then we're gonna put the jack stands on both sides. You know, you always want to be safe, especially with my jack. My jack slowly likes to creep down, so we don't want to use the jack alone. So we'll have our jack stands on the back here. We're gonna take the tires off because getting access to that one side there, as you can see, there's actually a hole behind both both rear tires right here, where you can get to the head of the bolt. So we'll take the tires off. Also, these tires are both going a little flat. The other side I think is worse than this one, but I'm also going to take these one by one down to like the gas station, and we'll have air put in them because I don't have a compressor anymore. So that's how we're going to start this, and then from there I guess we're just going to see how easy or hard it's going to be to remove the those back shocks. I really, really hope that this goes according to plan. I hope nothing else breaks or flakes off. So let's start by getting the car off the ground. Alright, so as you can see with the tire off, you really don't have to go too far under the car to get to these. So our one bolt and nut are there. The other one, like I said, is here. They both appear to be 18s. On the other side, same thing. Through there, and of course down here, and this little rubber thing came off from the top. Probably gonna have to try to figure that out somehow. It's compressed right now, so. Oh boy. Alright, so let's see if we can maybe give this a couple of shoots here, let it sit for a little bit, because I don't know how easy that's gonna be, especially this one. I'm really concerned about the ones up here. Oh, that's gonna be a mess. I'm running kind of low on the blaster. Also gotta figure out how to get these, I'm assuming these are the airlines. Looks like there's a couple pins on them. So we're gonna have to get that out. Where's that tie? There's a tie there. It goes through there. Yeah, so. Also, I have to figure out a way to disable the compressor. I think this thing here, I think this is the load sensor. Right here, you can see the arm on it. So obviously, it measures how much weight is in the back of the tech, and from there it'll kick air to the shocks to, you know, make the ride more suitable for the condition. And I see some wiring there. I see an airline there. So yeah, I'm not sure if that connector is going to do it. That might be for other things also. I don't know if a fuse is going to do it. I might just end up unplugging the connector at the compressor. You know, going that route. So how do we take these off? Alright, actually all I had to do, I took my needle nose and I just grabbed a hold of the loop, and it actually pulled right off. So that seems to be off now. And I think from there, we just pull it off. Wow. Oh, wow. Yikes. Still doesn't want to come off. Huh? Oh, wow. Huh. It appears as though it actually goes into that hose. Oh, there we go. Wow, I did not think it sat like that. I have no intention on refurbishing this air system back here, just so you know. So whatever I am destroying is going to stay destroyed, because I don't care. So I think from there I can either just leave that hang, or I can maybe even cut it off. So I don't know. We'll just leave it up here for now. It's whatever. So I guess we gotta do that with the other side. I'll see if I could do it one-handed to show you. It really wasn't that bad. So, the sun, sorry. So I just grabbed a hold of it with the pliers like this. Come on, sun. There. And then just kind of pulled it off like that. The other one came off a little easier. I think my angle, I'm laying kind of weird. There we go. And now we just destroy it like we did the other one. Obviously, if you don't have the air shocks like I do, you don't have to worry about this part. Okay. Alright, so there's that. Cool. Now we get to work on the fasteners. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 hands for this one because one side's going to be a ratchet, the other side's going to be a wrench. 18 millimeter seems to be the size for these. So let me get to that. Had to call on the old trusty black pipe to loosen this one up. Alright, so I think my ratchet's actually pivoting up against the axle there, so I think it is actually coming loose. Let's see if it's... Oh man. Might still need the black pipe. Wow. Maybe. Oh, okay. Okay. It's getting a little bit better. Oh, okay. You can tell it's getting better now because that came loose. Okay, so now I can use 2 hands for that. Alright, so I've got it loose. Really loose. Didn't take it out yet. Now we gotta figure out how this is gonna work. And I don't think there's a nut on this side. I think you just have to unfasten it from the other side. But whatever's going on, man, it's falling apart. Is that a nut? Oh man, I have no idea. Wow, whatever it is though, it's falling apart. I guess I'm just gonna try it like this with the socket going through here. Gonna need an extension, I think. Maybe not. Alright. Holy cow. So, it took quite a bit of trying to break off with the even the black pipe, man. I had to use the black pipe just about the entire time. So, it finally came out though. Not without a couple of casualties. Can't see my knuckle, but I banged my knuckle up there. So now all we gotta do is take out the fasteners and hopefully this thing will just shake right out. So we'll take this off. I really hope the new struts or shocks come with the new hardware for this stuff. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That bolt really isn't that bad, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to use this top one again. So let's try to take this out here. It might just fall right out, I don't know. It will not fall right out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Nothing else up there. I don't think. No. Just gotta wiggle it out, I guess. Yeah! Oh, there's fluid in it. Fluid? Huh. Interesting. Alright. Sheesh. One out. I don't know. Okay, I think on this side I'm going to start with doing the top first because that seemed to be like the worst of it. Getting the bottom fastener off didn't seem all that bad. So start from here, put the black pipe on it. We're going to have to rotate upwards this time. So this might take a few minutes. Oddly enough, this side, oops. This side really wasn't all that bad. With the black pipe, it started turning really easily, and now I'm just trying to finish it up. I think I'm done. I think I reached the end of it. Keep flaking all this stuff off. Yeah, I think it's done. Yep. Sweet. That was easy. I think there's still a little bit of turning. There we go. Alright. Neat. So now this side, this is all I gotta do. There we go. slowly but surely. All right. Sweet, so now pull that out, pull the top bolt out, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Maybe. I don't want to wiggle too much because I don't want to end up breaking anything up there. I think it's just the bushings it gets caught on. But I don't want to break any of this fragile stuff. There it is. Yay. Yeah, these appear to be stronger than they look. So, again, maybe a little more time with the car. Wow. Okay, so our back shocks are out. I went ahead and cleaned up because I didn't want to spend the rest of the day with all the dirt and stuff on me, so there's really nothing else we can do now until Mr. FedEx guy drops off the new struts or shocks, and it's probably not going to be for another couple hours because it's still pretty early, so I'm not going to spend the entire afternoon all scuzzy and stuff. So for now, I got the Fusion cooling off with the AC. We're going to run these to the sheets, and we're going to get some air in them. I'm probably going to have to do them one at a time because I don't know if they're both going to fit in the trunk of the Fusion. I mean, they might, but I also have the tire shine on them, and I don't really want to get that into, you know, a whole lot of places, but we'll see. We'll see if I can maybe wedge them up against each other and whatnot. 35 psi. 35 psi is what they will get. Now these tires, I didn't replace these ones because you can see there's still a pretty decent amount of tread on these. Why they were getting low, probably just from sitting this whole time, obviously. The one started going low. It took, you know, months and months after I bought the car, brought it home, and it's sitting, you know. Plus it was already low to begin with, most likely. So I think that these are actually still in pretty decent shape. I don't think they're that dry rotted or anything. The front tires on this thing were way worse than these. So I think these tires will buy us some more time. I think we're just gonna get air in them and get it ready for the road. And just like that, I was getting ready to put the tires in the trunk, and sure enough, Mr. FedEx guy dropped off our brand new shocks. What timing, what perfect timing that was. Actually, I kind of wish that now I hadn't showered, but whatever. So we'll take a look at these when we get back. But they're here. Awesome. Put these over here. Since this is where they're gonna go anyway. Alright, now we'll load the tires up and we'll go get air in them. They both fit. I kind of got one laying on top of the other in a way, but they're both in there so I don't have to make two trips. Let's go. Number 1. £12. Tire 2. $10. 10 pounds. Okay, good to go. Yep, we had, tech. We had one at 10 and one at 12, so we'll see how well these will last once they're on the car, and who knows. I mean, I'm thinking they should, we should be able to get a little bit of time out of them before I replace them. And obviously if I replace them, I'm going to go with the used tire route like I did the front ones. So, Alright, let's get back to the house and look at these new shocks. Okay, got the tires back home. Let's go ahead and take a look at our new shocks. I'm just going to try to use this to go through. There we go. Alright, there we are. OE Spectrum Monroe's. Where's the part number? 37156 is what these are. Now these are the ones that are used on the Aztecs without air suspension, so that's why I'm putting these on. These are the ones to, go through with that. They glue the box. Ooh, heavy little buggers. Hey, there we go. Nice, beefy. A lot beefier than I thought they would be. Sweet. Obviously I went with the Monroes because that's what I ordered for the front, so I figured we might as well have them match, and yeah, no hardware. Shoot. I mean, those didn't seem to get ruined, the stuff that came off of there, so I guess it's really not that big a deal. Oh, did I get another magnet? Sweet. They send you magnets. That's plastic. That's plastic. There we go. They send you magnets. Same part, 37156. Yep. Can't believe they came this early. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, so obviously we're going to have to configure those a little bit once we get them on. I'm not going to put them on now because it's still really hot and I just cleaned up, so I think I'm going to wait till maybe a little bit later on this afternoon. Then we'll come back out here and tackle the rest of the job. But at least I know they're here, and that's one less thing that we can complete on the tech. One more thing we can complete on the tech, and hopefully it'll be on the road for its maiden voyage. I'm gonna say within a week's time, because this is the last major thing that we need, really. So as of right now anyway, fingers crossed. Alright, so I'm gonna go take care of some other things, and then we'll come back to this. I will see you guys shortly. Alright, so here we are a few hours later. It's still hot out here. 88 degrees. Of all days, of course. At least it's not raining now. So now we're gonna put the new ones on, finally. I've already got them out of the box, and I guess ready. They're just sitting here. What else? Now the hardware we're gonna have to reuse. So before we put them in, I might, PB blaster some of these bolts and whatnot. Try to, try to get some of the rust off of the threads and whatnot. So kind of surprised you don't get new hardware. I mean, with the front struts, they sent you at least the nuts for the studs, but with back shocks, they don't send you anything. So that's the plan there. Also, I want to make note that these, you know, on Rock Auto, you can actually order a variety of different price range parts, you know. And like the front ones, these are supposed to be the OEM spec ones. They weren't the cheap ones, they weren't the economy ones. These are the ones that should be spec to, you know, manufacturer, original manufacturer, you know, and whatnot. So, what was that? Little beetle? Huh, he waddles. Now my guess is the difficult part in all this is going to be trying to wedge the new strut up into the body. I think that's going to be the hardest part because of the bushings on the tops of those. I mean, you saw how we had to get them out. Even trying to wiggle them out of place, it really wasn't the easiest, you know. And with this car being very fragile under there, I don't want to end up ruining or breaking anything and making this car completely useless. So I'm not really going to film that part, but the way I'm going to go about this is I'm going to try to get the upper port into, you know, the top through the hole there. Then you know, we'll work on the bottom. We're probably going to have to push these in once, you know, that's up there. I mean, I can maybe do it now, but they're not as easy as the other ones were. Yeah, I can't. Might need two hands. Plus, it'll probably slip out from under me, and then I'm gonna get hurt. So it'll probably be easier once this is actually like in place up there, and then we'll work on the bottom, and that's it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. That actually wedged in there pretty easily. I wonder if it's not in all the way, but I wonder if when I pulled out the other one and wiggling it, maybe it kind of opened it up or whatnot. As you can see, we're definitely going to have to, you know, compress it some because of the fact that it's too long. Yeah, it wants to fall out. So, alright, so I better clean off this bolt a little bit and, you know, try to get it fastened in there. Oops. Alright, so the top is threading in, surprisingly enough. Tried to clean up the bolt as best I could, but it's getting tight. Sheesh. I do see it coming through. It's been coming through, so that's good. There's some PB blaster on the bolt still, so I don't want to tighten it up too tight that I can't move it. Yeah, see, there's still some wiggle, so we'll tighten it more. I might need two hands to try and do this, because now we got to compress this and get that lined up there. Alright, so we used the jack to try to get it, you know, close to where it was, and then I took a screwdriver and tried to pry through the, you know, the opening there to get it lined up and push the screw for the other side. But it's on there, so they're a lot firmer than I thought. Takes a lot. The next one I do, maybe I'll try to put the lower part on first and then try to see if we can get the upper part, because maybe pushing downward on it instead of trying to push up might be easier. But hey, either way it's on, so all I gotta do now is fasten these up a little tighter, and this side is done. So we got one new shock on this side, so we go ahead and tighten it and we'll move on to the other side. So starting off at the bottom and working your way to the top seems to be the easiest way, because you could really push down on these things instead of trying to push up with all your body strength. So starting from here, compressing it, and then let it try to go upwards, which I kind of did. I gotta mess with it a little more. That's the way to go. So we'll go ahead and get that lined up a little bit better and fasten them down. Alright guys, they're done. So, tightened. The top one I had to fight with a little bit because it kept wanting to compress upwards, so trying to get the bolt through. It took a little bit of time, but I mean overall this is probably one of the easier things that I've had to do on this car. And I've had to do a lot of stupid things to this car. So yeah, this wasn't bad. Original muffler, September of 2000. Wow. Wonder how much longer that's gonna last. Alright, so I'll get the bug off my leg there. And now, let's get the tires on it. And we'll get this thing back on the ground and see how it looks. Well, that's it. All done. Looks like it's sitting higher. Almost looks like it's at level with the front wheels almost. Sweet. Oh, that's awesome. So now let's do a comparison. Let's do a before, and let's do an after. So guys, got stuff in my hair. Guys, I think this is it. I think all of the major repairs are done on the tech. Like, that should be it. There's a few other minor little things like getting the new battery. What else was there? Oh, brakes, front brakes. I mean, looking at the brakes, they're rusted, but there's still a lot of pad. So I think I left the hood up. I think that the you know, the first maiden voyage, I think we can get away with using the brakes on here. So a battery, brakes. There is the small fuel leak, but I put that steel stick on it a long time ago and it really hasn't been leaking like it was. So maybe there's a chance that we can, you know, still drive a little bit. Plus, I think for that we're gonna take it to my friend's place, his airport hangar, and maybe we can do it there. But I seriously think that's it. I think she's ready for the road finally. Now, of course, that's always bound to change because that happens quite often. But oh, tie rod. I still have to buy the outer tie rod. I might be able to do that in a couple days actually, so we don't have to document that all over again. So we'll get our good tie rod, and yeah, I think that's it. I'm 99.9% sure that it's ready for a maiden test drive. Which means, I think at this point, we can finally put on the new Aztek emblem. That was the very first thing I ordered for the car, was the Aztek emblem. And I told you guys once it was 100% or 99.9% ready for the road that we will be putting the logo on there. So quite possibly in the next Aztek video, that's what we're going to be doing. Because I'm thinking the next Aztek video, fingers crossed, we're going to be taking it out for its maiden voyage with me. Got to buy tags, plates, so get the plates taken care of hopefully in a few days also. And I think that's it. I'm pretty sure it's done. That's it. Rear struts or rear shocks, whatever, rear suspension complete. One of the dozens of things that we've done to the car, and I'm gonna clean up and call it a night. Gonna have to shower off again. I got sweat and dirt all over me. But overall, that job really wasn't bad. That was not as bad as I was originally anticipating it on being. Only, like I said, mostly the age aspect. But the whole procedure itself really isn't bad at all. It was quite simple, to be honest with you. So, not bad. Definitely one of the easier things that I've had to do to the tech. And like I said, it's just another thing done. And I'm pretty sure that it's ready now. So, we'll see where the next video takes us with the tech. And that's it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe. Check out teespring.com/stores/Mike's Vehicle Spotlight for all of your MVS and vlog merchandise. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.